Hello, I'm Robyn Holdaway. I'm a non-binary actor and activist. I also make queer educational content online. As part of this, I am something of a chest binder enthusiast, and I have been invited here today to the wonderful Spectrum Outfitters to talk you through all the main things that you need to know about trying on a chest binder. We're going to talk about how to put it on and take it off, some sizing information, and how to know if it is right for you. Wearing the correct size chest binder is incredibly important for keeping you safe. Please remember that these garments are sized to within a couple of inches, so it's easy to quickly move between sizes. Now, Spectrum recommends that you check your chest size every 3 months or more if you're on HRT, because you see, your ribs don't actually finish growing until you're 25. Sizing is going to be different between different brands. Please don't assume that just because you know your size in one brand, that it will be the same in another. Choosing a chest binder that is the correct size is really important in keeping you safe, and I will now show you exactly how to do that. You will need a soft tape measure and a lightweight t-shirt. Firstly, remove any supportive undergarments like another binder or sports bra, then put on a lightweight t-shirt. Lay the tape flat around the largest part of your chest, usually this is the nipple. Make a note of your measurements and whether it is in centimetres or inches. Then repeat this process, placing the tape around your ribs just underneath the chest tissue, again making a note of your measurement. If you used centimetres the first time, stick with that. Spectrum Outfitters have a handy tool which converts your chest and rib measurements to the best size for you. To use this tool, click Help and then click on Size Guides. Make sure you choose the correct product you are looking to purchase, as sizing can differ between products. There is one size guide for the short and long binder and a different size guide for the binder light. Once you have selected the product, input your chest and rib measurement into the calculator, making sure to check you have correctly selected either inches or centimetres, depending on what you measured in. You can also access the correct size guide by going to the product that you intend to buy and clicking on the tape measure. If you are across several sizes, you may be encouraged to message a member of their team. You can do this by email or by their live chat, which runs from 9 AM to 4 PM UK time, Monday to Friday. While many brands dispose of all returns, Spectrum Outfitters does not. They are committed to sustainability and reducing the number of binders that go to waste. That's why handling your binder with extra care when you try it on means that if it's not right for you, it can still help someone else. Here, I'm going to show you some steps that you should take before trying on your binder. Remove any compressive undergarments like other binders or sports bras. Remove any deodorant and moisture from your underarms, which can cause marks and stains on the binder. Where possible, you should also avoid wearing makeup for the same reasons. Finally, try the binder on with a thin t-shirt underneath. This is protective for the binder and for your skin until you are sure you are in the correct size. There are several different ways that you can put on and take off a chest binder. These are tight garments that have been made to sit closely against your skin and to compress you. So, to be honest, it's not always easy. Do note that with practice and with wash and with air, chest binders do become less rigid and will be easier to put on or to take off. Now, you might put on your chest binder a little bit differently to me. That's absolutely fine. All bodies are different. One way is like putting on a vest top. You should put each arm through the armhole and pull it over your head, pulling it down at each side until it sits comfortably. You can also put a binder on by putting one arm fully through up to your shoulder. Then pull the binder over your head and wiggle your other arm into the hole, pushing it up to the sky. Pull the back and sides down until it sits comfortably. Once you have the binder on, there are several checks you can do to help you to decide whether the binder is the right size for you. Let's take a look. Can you take a deep breath without feeling uncomfortable or tightness in your lungs? Do you notice the binder digging in anywhere? Common areas include the underarms and hips. Can you move freely? Can you do your day-to-day movements comfortably? What do you intend to do in the binder? You should size up in the short and long binder for any swimming or moderate activity and consider whether you would feel comfortable all day if that's how long you plan to wear it for. How do you feel looking in the mirror? Does your silhouette now align more with how you feel? How does it look in your usual clothing? Layering a t-shirt and hoodie over the top can help you to see how it will look in your everyday wear. Spectrum binders are made with sensory issues in mind and aim to put less pressure on the body than other similar garments do. Some people enjoy the sensation of pressure on their body, for others it can feel irritating. How does it feel for you? If you find the front panel too rigid, bear in mind it will soften with washing, wear and time. It wouldn't be safe for me to demonstrate a chest binder that was too small for me, so here I am in the correct size. But stick with me, I will talk you through some of those telltale signs that your chest binder is too small. The first and most obvious point is, can you get the binder on? The binders are made to be compressive and sit tightly to the skin, so it is very difficult to even get into a binder which is too small. Do you feel pain at all? A chest binder should not be painful, and if you are in the presence of any pain, be sure to stop binding and reevaluate your size. Can you take a full, deep breath without feeling uncomfortable? You should be able to breathe deeply in the binder without feeling your breathing is restricted. It is your chest tissue which should be compressed, not your ribs. Can you feel the binder digging in anywhere? A binder which is too small can dig in under your armpit, in the hip and shoulder strap. Taking off your chest binder can be difficult to begin with. Please don't panic. Now bear in mind the fabric will soften with wash and with wear, so once it's been washed, it's going to get a little bit easier. Now this isn't always possible, but it can also be helpful to have somebody else nearby who can assist you just while you're getting used to it. Here, I will show you how to take your binder off. Firstly, you'll want to cross your arms over so that you are holding the bottom of the binder with crossed hands. Pull the binder up and over your head. If you feel like you are getting stuck, it's likely your skin has just become warm and the binder has started to stick. It can be easier said than done, but try to stay calm and take a break. Being warm makes your skin more sticky, so it will feel more difficult. This is why trying on with a t-shirt is important. Here I am wearing a binder that is too big for me. I'm going to talk you through some of the signs that tell you that you may need to size down. Do you notice bagging anywhere? This is most common at the bottom of the binder and around the neckline. Bagging around the bottom is only an issue if it also means your chest is not being compressed. Do both of your palms fit easily into the underarm and across your chest? If so, you may need to size down. Can you feel your chest moving freely? Feeling some movement is okay, but the chest freely moving may indicate the size is too big. What activities do you plan to do in your chest binder? Some people simply prefer more room if they're looking to wear binders for longer periods. You should also size up if you're considering swimming or any moderate activity. Remember, if you feel that it's too loose, but you do want to exercise in it or wear it for a long time, you could try other binder options like a binder light. It's important to remember that all bodies are different. You can have the exact same size binder as someone else, but it may fit you differently. For some people, a peck-like appearance and maybe some bagging at the bottom of the binder is normal, whereas other people might achieve a creaseless, super flat chest. It really does vary from person to person. I'm going to run you through some of the differences in fit that we see in different people, even if they are wearing the correct size for them. I will also give you some advice on getting around these issues. Sometimes the bottom of the binder will sit away from the body. This is usually in people with a much larger chest size than their rib size. This doesn't mean you are in the wrong size, and sizing down may compress your ribs, which is not the aim. The aim is to compress soft chest tissue whilst giving enough room for your ribs. If the gap at the bottom bothers you, or you can see it through clothing, you could roll the bottom up towards your body. Rolling at the bottom of the binder can happen depending on numerous factors, like the length of your torso or shape of your stomach. To avoid this, you can either roll the binder upwards to stop it from rolling, try a binder light, which because of its stretch will sit more closely to the body, or try a long binder, which has a silicone strip at the bottom to stop rolling. Depending on the size, shape and density of your chest tissue, you may feel that you are still experiencing too much chest tissue at the front of your binder. Often, this can be resolved by moving the chest tissue around in your binder, such as pushing it down and out so it lays flatter. It is also important to remember most people, regardless of gender expression, have the shape of some chest tissue present. If you still aren't sure on sizing once you've tried it on, the best thing to do is email the team at info@spectrumoutfitters.co.uk. You should always include your chest and rib measurement, and if you think it would be helpful, you can also include a photo too. They can help advise you on whether you should swap for a different size. Dealing with gender dysphoria can be anywhere from uncomfortable to debilitating. And the idea of a garment which can quiet some of these thoughts is so exciting. Do bear in mind, unexpected emotions can arise when trying on a chest binder for the first time. The main thing to consider when binding is safety. I'm going to run you through a number of tips you should always follow to ensure that you are binding safely. Click here to see more tips on their website. Wearing a binder which is too small risks compressing your ribs instead of just your chest tissue. This can be harmful to you and it should be avoided. Spectrum Outfitters recommends that you try to limit the period of time that you're wearing your chest binder to 8 hours per day. Where possible, it's also advised that you take breaks from binding during the day and stretch regularly between uses. If you can bear it, it can also help to take full days off and away from binding. Spectrum binders are all swim safe, which makes them a great option for when you're in the water. For moderate activity and for swimming, they do recommend that you size up their short or their long binder. Their binder light is designed for exercise, so here you can stay true to size. Remember to use the size guide specific to the binder light for this. Just for your reference, I am a different size in their binder light than I am to their regular binders. Most best practice advice will tell you not to wear a chest binder during exercise. However, if you do choose to wear your binder while exercising, please pay close attention to your breathing, stay hydrated, and listen to what your body is telling you. If you need to stop, stop. Binders are garments that are worn close to the skin, which can make you warm, particularly in summer. Always pay close attention to your body temperature, wearing breathable clothing, drinking lots of water, and taking breaks where you can. You may also find if you're sweating a lot that your skin is becoming irritated. Just wipe yourself down and ensure you are practicing good hygiene habits to try and reduce this problem. Your ribs continue to grow until you're 25 years of age, and there are various other things that change your body size and the composition throughout your lifetime. Taking hormones, for example, will definitely change your body. These changes can happen without you even noticing. That's why Spectrum recommends continuing to measure yourself every couple of months just to ensure that you are in the right size. Wearing a compressive garment all day, like a chest binder, can mean fabric rubbing against your skin for long periods of time. You can soften the fabric using a fabric softener or wear a thin t-shirt underneath to protect your skin. Spectrum also recommend regularly moisturising and keeping on top of your skincare. If you're under the age of 18, your body is still rapidly changing and developing. Therefore, it is strongly recommended that you get permission from a caregiver before using a chest binder. If you experience any negative side effects, such as shortness of breath or chest pain, stop binding immediately. You should speak to your GP and, with their approval for you to continue binding, contact Spectrum for further advice on sizing and fitting. If you have any medical conditions which affect your breathing, such as asthma, or any musculoskeletal conditions like scoliosis, you should consult your GP before wearing a chest binder. Please be aware that no form of binding is 100% safe, whether that's sports bras, chest binders, or otherwise. Just do what you can to try and ensure that you are as safe as you can be, and please listen to your body. If you are in pain, stop. If you are still with me, firstly, thank you so much. This has been quite a lot to watch. Secondly, and most importantly, I hope you now feel a little bit more confident about getting the right binder for you and staying safe while binding. If you want to see more from me for some reason, you can check out my TikTok and my Instagram. Both of them are @Robyn Holdaway for loads more binding-related tips, reviews, and discussions.